Howdy everyone, it's me, Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this February 11th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you aren't missing a thing. And hey, if you're enjoying the series, maybe think about hitting that like button too. Really help out. Yesterday was a big event in the history of the nation of Israel. We saw God take the nation of Israel completely out of the land of Egypt and across the Red Sea into or toward their promised land, the land of Canaan that will become theirs eventually. So God has made good on his promise, which he always does, of delivering the Israelites from slavery and captivity in Egypt. So now we're going to pick it up where we left off. We're going to go over to Exodus chapter 15 today, starting in verse 22, and then we'll skip over to chapter 17 today after that. So, Exodus 15, starting in verse 22. Moses led the Israelites away from the Red Sea and into the desert of Shur. They traveled for 3 days in the desert. They could not find any water. Then they came to Marah. There was water in Marah, but it was too bitter to drink. That is why the place was named Marah. People began complaining to Moses. They said, "Now what will we drink?" So Moses called to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a large piece of wood. When Moses put the wood in the water became good to drink. There the Lord put in place a law and a command for him and tested him to see if he would obey. He said to him, "I am the Lord your God. If you listen to me and do what I say is right, and if you obey all my commands and laws, then I will not give you any of the sicknesses that I gave the Egyptians. I am the Lord who heals you." Then the people traveled to Elim. At Elim, there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees. So the people made their camp there near that water. All right, now jumping over to chapter 17, verse 1. The Israelites left the western Sinai desert. They traveled all together from place to place as the Lord commanded. They camped at Rephidim, but there was no water for the people to drink. So they turned against Moses and started arguing with him. They said, "Give us water to drink." Moses said to them, "Why have you turned against me? Why are you testing the Lord?" But the people were very thirsty. They continued complaining to Moses. They said, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Did you bring us out here so that we, our children, and our cattle will all die without water?" So Moses cried to the Lord, "What can I do with these people? They are ready to kill me." The Lord said to Moses, "Go before the Israelites. Take some of the elders of the people with you. Carry your walking stick with you. This is the stick that you used when you hit the Nile River. I will stand before you on a rock at Horeb. Hit that rock with the walking stick, and water will come out of it. Then the people can drink." Moses did these things, and the elders of Israel saw it. Moses named that place Meribah and Massah, because this was the place that the Israelites turned against him and tested the Lord. People wanted to know if the Lord was with them or not. All right, so the journey to the Promised Land has just started, as you can see, and already things are getting off on the wrong foot. Israelites start to grumble and complain, even though God has done all these miraculous things, like literally impossible things that no human can do, to bring them out of slavery and captivity after 400 years, or 200 years, excuse me. And now they just complain that there's no water, which, is important, of course, in the desert especially, but still, could afford to be a little bit more grateful with, the God of the universe. So, anyway, that's all for today, so we'll pick it up there tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.